Welcome back everyone. I hope everyone's well. I hope everyone's having a good time and a good Ramadan. Today it's the one you've been waiting for. Which 23 players should Algeria take to the 2019 Africa Cup of Nations? Now this is always going to set up lots and lots of debate. We're never sure who's going to go. We're never sure who we think's going to go. And of course, it's all down to the manager. It's Belmadi's decision and no one else's. We can only speculate. We can only make educated guesses. We can only look at injuries and we can look at systems he's played and players he's played in qualifying so far. And there's lots of big decisions still to be made. But for the purposes of this video, this is the 23-man squad that I would take, and I'm going to give a fair assessment. And if I was a manager, these are the players that I would pick. Now, just to say, guys, of course, anything can happen. Injuries can happen. Players can change their mind. Players can not want to go. Players can break their leg. I hope not. So anything can happen and this squad can change at any time. But I am really interested to get your thoughts on this squad. And if there's anyone I've missed out, tell me who and tell me why they should go instead. So naturally in a 23-man squad you get 3 goalkeepers that go to the tournament. So Belmadi said I think he's going to announce the squad at the end of May 2019, and the 3 goalkeepers I think he's going to take, and I actually agree with the ones I think he's going to take considering who he's used so far, is Rice and Bulhi. Now Mbulhi, of course, he's got that hand injury and it's about whether or not he can recover in time, and if he can, we have to take him. It's a big blow if Mbulhi doesn't make it, but I think he'll sneak in. So Mbulhi, first goalkeeper. Second goalkeeper is Alexandre Okija. Played in a friendly against Tunisia, kept a clean sheet, also won promotion to Ligue 1 with Metz. And the third goalkeeper is going to be Azzedine Douha. Now Douha doesn't really matter because he's a third keeper. He's rarely going to be playing, and he played against Gambia and conceded a goal. But a third goalkeeper with experience, Douha, is the one that should be taken. So the 3 goalkeepers I think are going to be Mbulhi, Okija and Douha. And I don't really think you can make too much debate out of that. It's not a big issue. It's only about if Mbulhi can't make it due to the hand injury. But that's the 3 goalkeepers that I would take to the tournament. Now it's going to get a little bit spicy. Defenders, and I'm going to say we're going to take 8 defenders. 4 central defenders, 2 left backs and 2 right backs. Let's start with the 4 central defenders. I'm not going to say which ones I'd start, that's down to the manager, but the 4 I would take to the tournament: Rami Ben Sabaini, won the French Cup with Rennes. Jamel Ben Lamri, playing in Saudi Arabia, been a revelation in our central defence. Strong, powerful and really suited to playing in African football. Issa Mandi, great passing ability, can pick a pass from the back line. I don't think any of our other central defenders are really good at picking passes. I think Mandi's got one of the best pass completion rates in the whole of La Liga, let alone Africa. So Issa Mandi would go. And the 4th one is Mehdi Tahrat, playing in the French 2nd division. Just come back from injury as well, but hopefully he'll be fit. I don't really think you can argue with those 4 central defenders. I think they've played the majority of the qualification campaign and they deserve to go. 2 left backs: Fawzi Ghulam, number 1, Mohamed Fares, number 2. Again, you can't really argue with that. Abdullawi, not good enough, unfortunately. Ben Sabaini, who's in the squad, could actually also play as a left back, as he has done for his club, so that's an option. So again, the 2 left backs, there's not really too much debate. And at right back, Youssef Attal, probably one of the best fullbacks in Europe right now, not being biased because he is. And the backup right back, for me, it has to be Mehdi Safan. Now, Safan, 2016, alright, useless. Awful against Cameroon. He's the reason we didn't win that World Cup qualifier. 2019, he's matured, he's got better, he's gone from Lyon to Rennes. Again, he was part of that French Cup success, along with Ben Sabaini when they beat Paris Saint-Germain and Lyon in the semi-finals and final. I think Rennes had a very good Europa League campaign as well. Safan scored against Arsenal, I believe. And remember, Attal is going to play every game unless we're resting players in the last group game. So Attal is going to be there all the time, so it doesn't really matter. It's only if Attal hopefully doesn't get injured who's going to come in, and I think Safan should be the guy. I've got nothing against Lucif. I think Lucif could be one for the future, maybe one for future tournaments, even for the World Cup one day. But I think he's only played 1 or 2 games at Algeria. Let Safan go. He's played regular European football. Lucif hasn't even played CAF Champions League football or anything like that. So relatively inexperienced. And you saw at the last AFCON, we had a big right back issue. We played Belkhatir, we played Ziti, we played Belkorawi, we played Miftah. So I don't want to have that problem again, changing right backs every 45 minutes. I don't want, Lucif to get an absolute mare against Zimbabwe 2 years ago, like Belkhatir did 2 years ago. Attal is there as a safe option, take Safan as the backup, and one day in the future maybe we'll take Lucif to a future tournament, maybe even the World Cup in Qatar. So that's my opinion, guys. Let me know down below what you think about that. Moving on to the midfield, and this is where it's going to get a little bit tricky. Of course, you've got wingers, you've got attacking mids, you've got defensive mids, but we're going to have a lot of flexibility A lot of players that can play in multiple positions. So let's start off with it easy. 2 right wingers, Riyad Mahrez and Adam Unas. Have to go for me as the 2 right wingers. I don't think we take Gazelle. Gazelle's not even played in the Premier League. Don't take Farhat. He was a disaster under Majer. Don't take El Maleli. I don't know how he's playing in France. I think it's not really any debate to have Mahrez and Unas as the 2 right wingers. And the 2 left wingers would be Yassine Brahimi, a Champions League quarter-finalist with Porto, and Said Benrahma. He had a great season in the Championship, the most assists. My only concern with Benrahma is he going to be fit in time for the tournament? If he's not, then we take Yusuf Belaili in his place. I'm just going to say that right now. If Benrahma isn't fit, Belaili should go. 2 CAF Champions League finals in a row with Esperance. So that's what I think. So Brahimi and Benrahma, if he's fit. If not, we take Belaili. Now, those are 4 attacking sort of midfielders. Now we're going to get a little bit defensive-minded. 5 sort of centre mids. The first one, again, he's still a bit offensive. Sofiane Feghouli. For his heart, for his passion, for his experience, and for his leadership, you've got to find a place for him in that squad. It's like when England took Wayne Rooney to tournaments and he ended up playing in midfield. Feghouli, as a central midfielder, I think has to go. An area we're lacking in, of course, injuries to Victor Lechal. Mehdi Abid's got a race to be fit. So it's a little bit of a concerning position, but I think Sofiane Feghouli has to go as a central midfielder. Another central midfielder that has to go is Ismail Benassa. A great season in Serie A with Empoli. He could even go back to Arsenal in the summer. It's going to be a big tournament for him and to impress on the big stage. So Benassa, again, another one of those central midfield options that has to go. I think we have to take Nabil Bentaleb. And although he struggled with the national team and struggled with personal issues at Schalke, we are limited for issues in that position. Cheetah, the Usman midfielder, who is very good against Togo, injured out of the tournament. And like I said, Lechal is out of the tournament. Abid is in a race to be fit for the tournament. And I think for Bentaleb, if you're not going to take a Champions League midfielder who scored twice against Man City, you really are struggling for options of who else you can take. So that's what I think. Now, like I say, he is a little bit injured, but I think Mehdi Abid has to go. He was so brilliant in that game earlier in March. I think he scored the only goal of the game, assisted by Benassa. So I'd take Mehdi Abid to the tournament as well. If he's fit, it looks like we're going to miss out on Houssem Aouar for now. We're going to miss out on Maxime Lopez for now. These 2 players want to play with the French youth teams, not necessarily the French national teams. Let's shove them to one side. So if Abid's fit, we have to take him as well. And an interesting name I'm going to throw out there is Haris Belkabla, who plays for Brest in Ligue 2. Just won promotion to Ligue 1. Played for Algeria at the Olympics as well, and I think Belkabla could be a name that sort of worms his way in from nowhere because we are lacking so much in that position. For me, no Taider. I think Taider is poor, shocking, overrated, gone to the MLS, not really bothered about his club career. Sorry, Safir, not for me. I think Belkabla, give someone else a go, take someone else instead. So that's my options. You've got the 4 wingers, you've got the Mahrez, Unas, Brahimi and Benrahma, or Belaili if Benrahma doesn't make it. And you've got Abid, Bentaleb, Belkabla, Feghouli and Benassa as the central midfield options, which leaves me just 3 places left. This is where it's going to get a bit controversial for the strikers. Baghdad Bounedjah, no debate, Algeria's number 1. Ishak Belfadil, a guy that I've pleaded that has to go to the tournament. People are telling me, no, he's not good enough. He was banging in goals in the Bundesliga. I stuck by his side and now he's proven me right. Thanks, Ishak. He's going to be the 2nd choice striker. 3rd choice, Darfalu, not convinced. Slimani, a great plan B option, and I think he might even still have something to offer despite a torrid season with Fenerbahce, but I'm going to go for Andy Delors. Andy Delors come from nowhere. He's like the 3rd or 4th top scorer in League A, only like Mbappe, Pepe and Cavani have scored more goals than him in League A. What more can you ask for, guys? I'm not even saying Delors has to play. I'm saying take him as not the 1st or 2nd, but take him as the 3rd choice striker for Algeria, Andy Delors, a guy who's come to us and said, I want to play for us. You can't really argue with that. Soudani's going to be injured. Slimani, like I say, has been poor. Darfalu, poor. There is Mohamed Benyatou, who plays in United Arab Emirates, and Benyatou is a name that has been passed around for a while but never really made it into the national team, and I think Benyatou could sneak in, and if he did it ahead of Delors, if Delors didn't get his paperwork in time or anything like that, I'd understand. So I'm going to go for Andy Delors as the 3rd choice striker, or Mohamed Benyatou, who plays in the UAE, if Delors doesn't go for whatever reason. So that is my squad, guys, the 23 players. Let me know what you think. How many by 23 do you agree with? Now remember, I want the best possible chance of winning the tournament, and that's what these players are. These players are our best possible chance of winning the tournament. It's not about form, it's not about favouritism, it's about going to Egypt and having the best opportunity of lifting the AFCON for the first time since 1990. It's going to be difficult, we're going to be relying on Mahrez, but this is the way we've got to look at it, guys. We've got to look at which players can do the best for us, and you have to say the likes of Boudebouz, Hani, Taider, they're not up to scratch of winning an AFCON, are they? and we've tried them before, their time has come and gone. So that's my 23 guys. A couple of contentious ones. For example, if Mehdi Abid doesn't make it, we're probably going to have to take someone else, probably going to have to take Safir Taider. If Ben Rahma doesn't make it, we're going to have to take Belayli. If Andy Delors doesn't make it, I'd take Benya too. But other than that, guys, that's my squad. Let me know what you think. You can see it on the screen, of course, if you've forgotten any of the names that I've said throughout this video. Thanks again for watching, guys. So excited for the tournament. Let me know any players that I've missed that you think should go instead. But yeah, that's my view on it. I can't see any reason why some of the players I've said can't go unless they're injured. I haven't picked anyone that's, you know, not even eligible or anything like that. So that's my squad, guys. Let's see what Belmadi does. But for now, let me know what your squad is. Thanks for watching.